Southampton versus Manchester United. And it's a must-win game. Started the season off on fire, 4-0 win at home to Chelsea. Well, sorry, against Chelsea. And it's got progressively worse after that. Drew away at Wolves. No, not the worst result in the world, but considering everything, we had a penalty late on, and all the fallout from that, it wasn't great, off the field. After that, then we had the game at home to Crystal Palace. Got the late equaliser through Daniel James, but another David De Gea mistake means we lost our first game of the season. So win, draw, loss is our current record after 3 games. We must get back to winning ways. To be the 4th game, and we're already talking about must win, it shows the pressure that Solskjaer's under this season, that he's already in a must win situation. I mean, of course, if he doesn't win, it's not terminal, we're not going to get relegated, we're not out of the top 4 race, etc, etc. But for me, if we don't win, it tells me, even though I said it from the outset, we're not getting top 4, it tells me that we've got so much to do, so much work to do, that we definitely ain't getting top 4. And obviously, we've had the Europa League draw today, and as I said, I think that's our best route back into the Champions League to win that competition. But in terms of the Premier League, we need to be winning these games. These games at the home to Crystal Palace, that's a sickening result. Absolutely sickening, especially seeing what we done on our last home game. But it's not going to be easy against Southampton. I don't think that Man United are a team where opposition know they can get at us, and we don't have that same aura about us that we've had in previous years, the aura that Man City and Liverpool currently have. Even to an extent, the likes of Spurs have had in the recent years. No, people don't feel that they can get Spurs. They've got a solid defence, settled defence. Even though this season has changed a bit, but in the last couple of years, you don't really think you can get at certain teams. But Man United is one of the teams that we can get. We need to really, first and foremost, make Old Trafford a fortress. Of course, this game is away from home, but we need to just become very difficult to beat. So it means you ain't going to beat us. The most you're going to get from us is a draw. That's where we need to really start off. And I know we've strengthened at the back with Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. We haven't conceded many chances. We didn't concede many against Wolves, even though they got the equaliser. And we didn't concede many against Crystal Palace. But the bigger issue is that with all the possession, and even if you look at the number of shots we're having, we're not creating enough chances. And I mean clear-cut opportunities. So yes, some of the shots could have and maybe should have gone in, but they're not clear-cut opportunities. They're not, one-on-ones and point-blank range. It's taken something a bit special to really break down these teams, of course, or a penalty or something like that. Individual piece of magic where we really need to be working the keeper much more. The more you work the keeper, the more chances you create, the more you're likely to score. Now, finishing, of course, is a big issue there, but I think just the level of the chance that we're actually creating isn't that high to say, yeah, that should have been a goal, that should have been a goal, that should have been a goal. So we've got a few issues to work on going forward. I'm comfortable with the defence. I know for the first goal against Crystal Palace, obviously Lindelof error, missed his header, and Maguire didn't cover around quick enough. Because it's probably a header that Lindelof wins 9 times out of 10 and probably should have won, but he didn't. And Maguire didn't anticipate that. And then obviously it was a David De Gea mistake for the winner. But I think going forward, we are going to struggle to score goals. Obviously, we know Sanchez is gone now. Lukaku's already gone. So there's some attacking options gone. For this game against Southampton, Martial's injured. So we could and we probably should, and I hope we do see Greenwood, Mason Greenwood up front. alongside Marcus Rashford. I'm going to be excited for that. 17 years old, called up to the England under-21 squad, which says everything about his ability. There's been some calls for Angel Gomez to play ahead of Jesse Lingard. Well, he just played today. As I'm recording this, he's playing against West Ham, I believe it is, in the under-21 game. So I can't see him starting tomorrow, if in the squad at all. I would say the likes of Pereira, Mata, Lingard, of course, I think they're all ahead of him in the pecking order. But the more and more players that we do shift out means there's more and more opportunities for the youngsters. Of course, with Sanchez and Lukaku going, Solskjaer had said that, you know, Chong is an option out wide. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets a game or not. Daniel James looked much more effective coming off off the left against Crystal Palace. So I would actually expect him to start from the left with Greenwood on the right and Rashford through the middle. In the midfield, which is a big issue, because we've got Pogba, world-class player. McTominay, decent player. No one else is performing. And even McTominay, as I said, he's just decent. So you really need another quality player to really make that midfield work. I've said already, Fred needs to come good this season. He has to. You pay 50-odd million. Last season, you know, you give them a settling period when they come from abroad. They haven't played in the Premier League before. You give them that settling period. But this is the season he has to come good. You might say it's a make or break. We haven't seen him this season at all. And if he doesn't really produce this year, then I could easily see him being shipped out. Ollie's not wasting no time in shipping out the players that he feels don't either fit his style, aren't good enough for Man United, or don't have the right attitude, whatever it may be. But I think, yeah, I can't see Fred playing this game. We know Matic hasn't even been in the squad. So it'll be interesting the options that he has. We know they've got James Garner. He's been in and around the first team squad as well, so he'll probably be on the bench as well. I'll do my full lineup. I think we're going to go again with the 4-2-3-1 kind of formation. It's a bit flexible, but around the 4-2-3-1. That's what I would like to see as well. I think we're going to obviously De Gea in goal. Luke Shaw's injured again, so Ashley Young will probably be at left back with Dalot out. Aaron Wan-Bissaka right back, and Lindelof and Maguire through in the middle. At that back five, keeping a settled back five is so important. So this injury to Luke Shaw is damaging for more than one reason. He is our best left back. He ain't world class, but he's our best left back. But what disrupts more is the work that back five have been doing. That it breaks that up now. He's gonna be out for maybe three games, one game now, maybe one or two after the international break. So Ashley Young will have to fill in there. And you hope that his experience, even though he's not a great defender, his experience will be able to keep, you know, Southampton at bay. If you're struggling to keep Southampton at bay, then you've got bigger problems than Luke Shaw being missing. In the middle aspect again, Pogba and McTominay with Jesse Lingard in the number 10 position. I would have Greenwood on the right wing, Daniel James on the left wing, and Marcus Rashford up front. That's what I would go with. I think, you know, everyone said at first, I thought Greenwood was a left-footed. Most people did. They likened him to Van Persie, and then he took a penalty in pre-season with his right foot, so he can do either. We're going to see him probably go through the middle when the front three are flexible. Dan James will pop up on the right, Rashford will pop up on the left. I'm excited for Greenwood. He's a talented striker. Solskjaer said, I think they asked him who's a more natural finisher, Marcus Rashford or Anthony Martial, and he said, well, both of them got a way to go because Greenwood is the most natural finisher. Or the most natural, most natural finisher at the club, which says a lot. 17 years old. No pressure, but Martial's out. We need you to step up. This is when we get Man United. This bedding in process, sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it don't happen. You just have to take the bull by the horns. I think he can do it. He's obviously made his debut last season. He's come off the bench this season already. So I don't have any issues about him, coming out, playing against Southampton. Away from home, I don't have any issues. I think if he gets a chance, he's probably more likely to put it away than Marcus Rashford. Doesn't take away anything from Marcus Rashford, but it's just about who is a more natural striker. Rashford has other qualities. Free kick taking is not one of them. But going away to Southampton, I know I expected to beat Crystal Palace, but I can't back against beating Southampton. So I would say 3-1 Manchester United. Back to winning ways before the international break, which I think is going to be so important. Just to go into the break on a higher note. That'll be 7 points from a possible 12. Not a bad start to the season considering the rivals have also dropped points. With work to do on the other side of the international break and the season over. Make sure you let me know your comments, your predictions and team lineups in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button.